Hello students, we are solving the IB Math A HL past paper questions and currently we are solving the IB Math A HL May 2023 paper 1 time zone 1 past paper. Today we will be solving the question number 12, that is the last question of this paper. You will be getting the links to all the previously solved questions of this paper and of the other papers in form of playlists in my channel in this online math tutoring classes. So without any further delay, let us start answering question number 12. The maximum mark is 21. The question says two lines L1 and L2 intersect at point P. The point is having coordinates as 2T, 8 and 3, where T is greater than 0 and of course A is lying on L2. This is shown in the following diagram. Fine. And the acute angle between two lines is pi over 3. This is the acute angle. So this should be equal to pi over 3. Okay. And the question says no. The direction vector of L1 is 1, 1, 0. The column vector is 1, 1, 0. And the PA vector is again another column vector 2t, 0 and 3 plus t. Now coming to the first subpart's question, subpart A's question, show that 4t equal to square root of 10t squared plus 12t plus 18. Now this is where most of the students get stuck. They do not understand from where they should be starting. You have to understand what is the striking feature in this question, in this equation rather. I think the striking feature is the square root. This square root should be suggesting that you should be starting with the magnitude of some vector, because that is where we use the square root. If we have to get the magnitude of any vector, we have to take the square root. So we can start our answer by trying to get the magnitude of which vector. We are having only two vectors, and since this expression is containing t, so let us start by finding the magnitude of this PA vector. Okay, so it is subpart A, magnitude of the PA vector. This should be equal to, it is 2t whole square plus 0 square plus 3 plus t whole square. Okay, so this is equal to 4t square plus 0 plus, I'm expanding this part, so 3 square is 9 plus 2 times 3 is 6 times t, so it is 6t plus t square. And this is equal to 5t square plus 60 plus 9. Okay, but we are having square root of 10t square plus 12t plus 18, and this is square root of 5t square plus 60 plus 9. So if you multiply this with 2, you will be getting this expression. Okay, so okay, let us write this. It is square root of 10t square plus 12t plus 18. This can be written as 2 times 5t square plus 60 plus 9. Okay, and I can separate this 2. So this is equal to square root of 2 and square root of 5t square plus 60 plus 9. Okay, and now we know that this part is the magnitude of the PA vector. So what is this part? This part should be the magnitude of some other vector. The only other vector that we are having is the direction vector of the line L1, and we are seeing the magnitude of this direction vector is indeed root 2. Okay, so we are seeing that this part, the right hand side of the equation, is the multiplication, is the product of the magnitudes of the two given vectors. But what about the left side? How do we get the 4t? But when do we multiply the magnitudes of any two vectors? Maybe when we take the dot product of any two vectors, or when we take the cross product of any two vectors, we multiply the magnitudes, definitely. So, because we should be thinking in that line, because we are also given this information that the in between angle between these two lines is pi over 3. Okay. So, let me just write the expressions for the dot product and the cross product. This is the dot product expression for the two vectors A and B. These are the two magnitudes multiplied together times by the cos of the included angle, and that included angle is an acute angle. And if we take the cross product, this is the vector product and that is the scalar product. And this is sine theta. And because this vector product, the name suggests that the answer should be a vector. This part is the magnitude of the vector, and this is the unit vector specifying the direction of the product vector, which will be perpendicular to both these vectors, A and B. Okay. Now, in both the cases, we are seeing that the magnitudes are getting multiplied. But which one should we be taking? Should we be taking the dot product or the cross product? We will be taking the dot product because the equation is not having any vector in it. And if we go for the vector product, we will be invariably be having the vector. So we have to use the dot product and not the vector product. Okay. So if we try to get the the dot product of the scalar product of which two vectors, obviously we are given only these two vectors, so we'll be taking these two vectors. So it is 110 dot 2t 0 and 3 plus t. Okay, this is equal to 1 times 2t is 2t plus 1 times 0 is 0 plus 0 times 3 plus 3 is 0. 3 plus t is 0. So this is equal to 2t. Okay. So if we use this formula, A dot B, we have found this to be 2t. This should be equal to, so therefore 2t is equal to multiplication of the magnitudes of the two vectors, and we have found that to be equal to this. Okay. These are the two magnitudes, and if we multiply them, we get this part. So this is equivalent to writing 10t square plus 12t plus 18, and then cos theta, cos pi over 3. So this is 10t square plus 12t plus 12t it is. Okay. Plus 18. And cos pi by 3 is half. Therefore, if I multiply the entire equation by 2, I will be getting 2 times 2t is 40. And 2 and half cancels, it will be 1 for the right hand side. And we will be having this equation. 10t square plus 12t plus 18. Okay. Shown. Fine. Now, we have answered subpart A. Subpart B, find the value of t. T is a positive number. T is greater than 0. Fine. So, let me start my answer of subpart B from this point. It is, I'm taking this equation and I'm squaring both the sides. Because it is paper 1, I cannot use any calculator, and this is containing the square root. So I am squaring both the sides, and I am having 16t square. 40 whole square is 16t square is equal to 10t square plus 12t plus 18. Okay. And if we bring all these terms to the left hand side of the equal to sign and make the right hand side of the equal to sign equal to 0, what happens? 16t square minus 10t square is 6t square, and minus 12t minus 18 is equal to 0. Or if we divide the entire equation by 3 just to reduce the coefficients and the constant term, we can divide the entire equation by 6. Okay. T square minus 2t minus 3 equal to 0. Okay. And I have to factorize this. I'm using the Middleton splitting method. So it is t square plus t minus 3t minus 3 is equal to 0. So t and t plus 1 minus 3 t plus 1 equal to 0. So t plus 1 and t minus 3 equal to 0 implies t equal to 3 because t is greater than 0. Okay. So this is the answer for the subpart B. And so since t is equal to 3, therefore the AS coordinates will be 6, 8 and 3. Okay. Fine. And now coming to subpart C, hence or otherwise find the shortest distance from A to the line L1. And the shortest distance will always be the perpendicular distance. Okay. So we have to drop a perpendicular from the point A on the line L1. Okay. So let this be the perpendicular that I have drawn. Okay. This is perpendicular to the line L1. Let this point, the foot of the perpendicular, be named as N. Okay. And we have to get the magnitude of this A vector, or you have to get the magnitude of this line A. There are several methods, and there is the general method of finding the magnitude. But because we are given this angle, the pi over 3, and because we are given this PA vector, I am using a shorter method. Okay, it is containing 4 marks. So subpart C, PA vector is equal to 2t, 0 and 3 plus t. And t value is 3. So this is equal to 6, 0 and 6. Okay. So what is the magnitude of this PA vector? It is equal to 6 square plus 0 square plus 6 square. That is 36 plus 36. It is equal to 72, root 72. Okay. So for this triangle EPM, this is root 72 units, the hypotenuse. And AM, let it be x units. Okay. Therefore, in triangle EPM, x over root 72 should be equal to x is the opposite to this angle, and EP is the hypotenuse. So this should be equal to sine pi over 3. Okay. Therefore, x is equal to root 72. And what is sine pi over 3? Sine 60 degrees, it is root 3 over 2. Okay. And what is root 72? It is 36 times 2, and root 36 is 6. So it is 6 root 2 times root 3 over 2. Okay. So x is equal to 3 root 6 units. Okay. So therefore, the shortest distance between A and L1 is 3 root 6 units. Okay. The plane pi contains lines L1 and L2. These two are non-parallel lines and they both lie in the plane pi. Okay, suppose this question is find a normal vector to pi. Okay, because these two lines are lying on this plane pi, let this white square or rectangle, whatever it is, be the plane pi. Okay, so since these two lines lie on the same plane pi, therefore the normal vector to the plane pi should be the vector product vector of these two lines L1 and L2, because if we take the vector product of the direction vector of the lines L1 and the direction vector of the line L2, then we will be getting a vector which is normal to both the lines L1 and L2. And these two lines are non-parallel lines. These are intersecting lines. Therefore, a perpendicular vector which will be perpendicular to two intersecting lines lying on a plane will be perpendicular to every other line lying on the same plane or will be perpendicular to the plane. Okay. Therefore, we have to get the vector product of these two direction vectors. We are given the direction vector of the line L1, that is 1, 1, 0, the column vector. And we are given the PA vector. We had found the value of t. The PA vector was given in the form of t. This was 2t and 0 and 3 plus 3. 3 plus t. And because we had found the value of t as 3, so I have written the PA vector as 6, 0 and 6. Okay. So, I can take PA vector as the direction vector of the line L2. No problem. Or else if you want, you can just reduce the number. So I can write the PA vector as 6 times 101. And I can take the direction vector as of the line L2 as 101. You can take 606, no problem. Just to reduce the numbers, I have taken this as 101. Okay. So coming to the subpart D's answer, it will be the vector product of the two direction vectors. So it is 110 cross 101. Okay. And this is equal to 110 101. This is equal to I minus J plus K. Okay. So it is I will be 1 times 1 minus 0. For J, it is again 1 minus 0. And for K, it is 0 minus 1. So this is I minus J minus K. So the normal vector to the plane pi is equal to, if I give it in column vector form, it will be 1 minus 1 and minus 1. Or you can give it in that form as well, I minus J minus K. Okay, so this is the answer for the subpart D. Fine. Then the base of a right cone lies in pi centered at A such that L1 is the tangent to its base. The right cone means the height will be perpendicular to the base. The volume of the cone is 90 pi times root 3 cubic units. The part E's question is find the two possible positions for the vertex of the cone and it is containing 7 marks. Okay, so let us first of all try to draw the cone. So let this be the two possible cones. This the circle, this is the base of the cone. Okay, and this will be the radius, of course, because this is the line which is perpendicular to this line L1. So AM is the radius of this base and it is equal to 3 root 6 units. We have found the shortest distance. So we know the radius of this cone and these two may be the two possible vertices. Okay, maybe this is V1 and this is V2. Okay, and the base is of course on this plane pi, and because it is a right cone, therefore the height will be perpendicular to the plane pi. So if I take this height, let me take another color. So if this is the height, then this line will be perpendicular, this line will be perpendicular to the plane pi. So if we take this V1A vector, this will be perpendicular to every line lying on the plane pi. So it will be parallel to the normal vector, normal to the plane pi. Okay, so I can take the direction vector of the line V1A as the normal vector to the plane pi, that is n, which is equal to 1 minus 1 and minus 1, or I minus j minus k. Okay, so we can take that. But first of all, let us try to use this information. Let us see what does this information give us. The volume of the cone is 90 pi root 3 cubic inverse. So we know the formula for the volume of a cone is 1/3 pi r square h, and we are seeing the r value as 3 root 6 h equal to 90 pi root 3. So I can cancel the two pi's and I will be having h equal to 90 root 3, and 3 also can be taken over here and divided by 3 root 6 whole square. 3 square is 9 times root 6 whole square is 6. And this is 10. This is 5. So h equal to 5 root 3 units. Okay. We are not asked to find the h value, but we know the magnitude of the V1A vector will be, or the distance between the points V1 and A, or the V2 and A will be equal to 5 root 3. Okay, height of the cone. Let us name this line V1A as L3. Okay, and let us try to find the vector equation of the line L3. We can do that because we know the direction vector of the line L3, which will be equal to I minus j minus k, and we know the one of the points lying on this L3, which is the point A. So I can write L3 as R equal to 683, the coordinates, this is the position vector of the point A, plus maybe I'm taking lambda, and the direction vector will be this one, 1 minus 1 minus 1. Okay, so therefore V1's coordinates will be 6 plus lambda, 8 minus lambda, and 3 minus lambda. Okay, therefore V1A is equal to, we know the coordinates of the point A, it is 6, 8 and 3. So 6 minus 6, 6 plus lambda. So 6 minus lambda. Then 8 minus 8 plus lambda. And 3 minus 3 plus lambda. Okay. So these cancel, equal to minus lambda, lambda and lambda. Therefore, the magnitude, the modulus, the magnitude of the vector v1a should be equal to h should be equal to 5 root 3 because I want to find the value of lambda. Okay. So the magnitude of v1a is equal to negative lambda square plus lambda square plus lambda square, which is equal to 3 lambda square equal to root 3 lambda, which is equal to 5 root 3. Therefore, lambda equal to 5. Okay. Therefore, the coordinates of the point V1 will be, what did we take as the coordinates of the point V1? 6 plus lambda, lambda is 5, will be 11. 8 minus lambda, 8 minus 5 is 3. And 3 minus 5 is minus 2. So, these are the coordinates of the point V1, one of the vertices of the cone, possible vertices. Okay. Now, for getting the coordinates of the other vertex, you see, maybe I have taken I do not know the direction of this n vector, but if it is in this direction, then for getting the coordinates of this point V2, I'll be taking the normal vector in this opposite direction. Okay. So, for this vector, it is I minus j minus k. The vector which will be in directly opposite direction will be minus I plus j plus k. Again, I'm taking the same line L3 because it is the same line L3. L3 is perpendicular to the plane pi and it is the single normal vector. You can of course translate it, but because it is passing through this point, the center of the base, so it will be the same line L3. And previously I had taken the direction vector, the normal vector or the direction vector of this line in this direction. Now I am taking it in this opposite direction. Okay, so that is the difference, but the line is still the L3. Okay, so and this time I'm taking the normal vector as this. So line L3 will be equal to R, still the same coordinates for the point A, and plus maybe this time I'm taking it as mu, and it is minus 1, 1 and 1. Okay, so therefore V2 will be having coordinates as 6 minus mu and 8 plus mu and 3 plus mu. Same method. Okay, and therefore V2A will be equal to 6 minus 6 plus mu and 8 minus 8 minus mu and 3 minus 3 minus mu, which is equal to mu and minus mu and minus mu. Therefore, the magnitude of VA vector will be equal to mu square plus negative mu square plus negative mu square, which is equal to root 3 mu square. Okay, so this is equal to root 3 mu, which is equal to 5 root 3. These two will be getting cancelled and we are getting the mu as 5, same. Okay, but now the coordinates will be different. So 6 minus 5 is 1, 8 plus 5 is 13, and 3 plus 5 is 8. Okay, therefore, what is the question? Format of the question. Two possible positions of the vertex. Two possible positions of the vertex are 11, 3 minus 2 and 1, 13, 8. Okay, so we have completed answering this question number 12. Thank you for watching. I'm Nilanjana Sanyal. I'm an online IB Math ESL and HL level tutor. I tutor students from both within India and outside India, and I offer both one-on-one and small group online tutoring services to my students. In case you are liking my explanations, please to give this video a like and please to share this video with your friends so that even they can get benefited by watching my videos. And in case you have not subscribed to my YouTube channel till now, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. It will be motivating me to make more math videos for you. In case you are having any doubts, any questions, any queries, please feel free to write to me in the comment section. I'll be answering your doubts. I'll be clearing your doubts. I'll be answering your questions as much as possible. And we meet again very soon. We'll be starting with a new paper in our next session. Till then, bye.